Monroe's neck was never the same. And I think that he carried that pain in his neck as a badge of honor for his love for his precious friend, Richard Grimion. And Dan, thank you so much for honoring our dad, our friend, our brother, in such a beautiful way that he had a servant's heart. And I am just so grateful for that, Dan, for your honoring and remembering who he truly was. And now, Papa, we prepare to place you back into the ground from whence God made you. And we gather today to celebrate and recount with gratitude the many ways that you showed your love to your family. You and Nana were steadfast in your commitment to your boys, raising two sons who grew to be men of integrity, who provide for their families out of the example that you set for them of diligence, determination, and hard work. These traits were taught to you as you were your mama's little cowboy on a farm in eastern Oklahoma. You were raised at a moment in time that experienced a worldwide depression and then war. There was barely enough to sustain life, but you were rich in spirit through your faith. Your life was abundant because of the people in it. You were not defined by hardships or the lack of goods. Your spirit was forged by the choice to be grateful, and your optimism was guided by your joy for life. That farm boy never lost his love for his overalls, the desire to watch a garden grow, and the delight of his family. God blessed you with a helpmate in Nana. Together, the two of you built a life on a strong foundation of faith. You taught your boys through the example you set of steadfast commitment to family. You loved your boys through discipline and gentle words. You imparted wisdom that gave them what they would need to be loving husbands and caring fathers. You would say that you had to take the boys that God gave you, but you got to take the girls. Margot and I are grateful that you chose us for your sons. Our lives have been blessed by the men that you raised and the fathers that they became out of the example that you set in their youth. What you imparted in your children now lives on as your legacy into their children's lives. I was 18 years old and on my way to college when you came into my life. After meeting me for the first time, Ron asked you what you thought. To which you told him, well, she has high pockets. And for you, that was enough. For many years, you called me High Pockets. As I fell in love with Ron, I fell in love with his family. When my car caught on fire before Ron and I were married, you were the one who fixed it. Ron and I faced hard challenges at a young age. You stepped in and helped my mother carry on the burden of running a cattle operation while she fought a battle for her life with cancer. Losing both my parents by 27, you became my dad. You and Nana were there to talk with us through every life decision. You not only gave encouragement, but helped facilitate in making every dream come true. In my adult life, I have never started a project without you. One of the greatest joys of my life was talking out a vision with you on a project I had in my head, and you would get busy writing out a lumber list or connecting me to an old boy who could fell trees, wire a basement, pour concrete, and lay bricks. From you I learned that the decayed loam of a Douglas fir tree was as rich as a foot up a bull's ass. We had worked enough cattle together for me to know just how rich that was. Nothing daunted you. No matter the situation, you found a way to work through every challenge. I am so grateful that you were there for your grandchildren. You showed all four of them how much you loved them by your presence in their lives. Nana thought that you were going to kill John at the age of 3 by teaching him to ride bareback on one of your horses at the farm. But you were teaching him how to hang on for the ride of his life, while giving to him the greatest moments of you that he will carry with him the rest of his life. To Emily, You taught her that she could not give up. She had to stay in the game, and when she got tired and could not give up, she would find the strength to press a little harder. She went on to set records and become a state champion in track. Today, she is an amazing mother because you taught her how to leave it all on the field. To Carolyn, you taught her how to persevere. If the Lord could take you from a dirt farm and make you an education professional, He could see her through the many challenges to accomplish her goals. She is now known as Dr. Carolyn Matson and is a caring medical professional to her patients because her daddy's grit to train in medicine came from seeing his daddy start with little and not give up. To Rob, you showed what a father's love looks like. And our greatest loss in losing you is you are not getting to see your son's son with his son. The word of name will live on in little Elliot. He will know that his is a rich heritage that you placed with his grandfather and in turn gave to his daddy. Your love will live on in this little one whose birth will be a healing balm to our family at a time of profound loss. Papa, thank you for loving me and all of us, for we have been loved well. However, will we go on without you? The years that you taught and guided us were a preparation for the time that we face now. Throughout the rest of our lives, we will feel your spirit encouraging us in every challenge and hear your voice telling us just how to put what you taught us to its best use. God bless you through us. May we be a blessing to your legacy. We love you dearly and will cherish you all the days of our lives.